All right, on that note, we are now back. It is time for our first winners bracket semifinal, Virginia versus Massachusetts. Two teams that have looked very, very strong so far in this tournament. Virginia will be on the left-hand side. They will be the red team. Rectagon, BTMC, Tony, Failing, Wixinator, and Kron. Massachusetts on the right, Team Blue, Chili Repair, Taibai, TJ, Sitho, Will Stetson, and Vector. Took a bit different routes to get here last week in the quarterfinals matches. Virginia with the very clean 6-1 win over Texas. Meanwhile, Massachusetts going to a tiebreaker against North California. So maybe a little bit of confidence there on the side of Virginia, knowing that they've had a little bit of an easier route to get this far. But there is a reason, after all, that we play the matches. So we're going to get into the second warm-up of this match. Racist coffee. The second warm-up for Massachusetts, I actually would have more expected it to be Gaucho. Kind of been their normal go-to warm-up, but it's gonna be Racist Coffee instead. So we'll watch them on this one and see how things go. We'll go from there into the band phase. So get things started. I do think this is going to be a very interesting match. Massachusetts is quite good at some things that Virginia is also quite good at. We saw last week Texas kind of trying to pick into tapping favored, like we call them nowadays, left-hand maps. A lot of mechanics in that one. And Virginia was just stronger than they were on those maps. But against Massachusetts, I don't know that that's going to be the case. Massachusetts, historically, one of the best Nomad 2, Nomad 5 teams in this tournament. Now, a big question mark for me is that this week's Nomad 5 is much less of a traditional Nomad 5. It's not the raw speed so much as it's kind of that tech speed, which may affect their ability to be quite as over-the-top strong on it as they were in last week on Temptation, which was just, an OWC Nomad 5, so it was a very archetypal Nomad 5 pick. Also, have to see, the joke we make about Massachusetts is the question mark of Taibai's attendance. And we're going to have to see if he's here today, because that is obviously their best player. He has been their skill cap player over the past few years. So whether or not he's here will play a large role in, I think, their picks and their performance as well. So we're going to get into things here. So we finish up the warm-ups with our first ban. It's going to be Team Virginia having that first ban. They won the roll. First ban, second pick, of course, to that team. And it is going to be the instant Nomad 2 ban. So that is the respect ban from Virginia. They know that Massachusetts is quite good at those stream maps. This week's Nomad 2 a little bit more aim focused. The flow aim requirement of this one pretty high compared to some Nomad 2s that you see, but Virginia's still saying, nope, we know you guys are good at this. We're going to take that away. We're going to take that one off the board. Now over to Massachusetts. Going to be Hard Rock 3 that they get rid of, so the very tricky, awkward Hard Rock Tech pick. I don't know that that's such a direct ban. I mean, Virginia good at Hard Rock, but not, not perhaps what I think of immediately when I think of Virginia. I do think of, kind of the raw mechanics of that team as well. But perhaps Massachusetts not quite having somebody who's super comfortable with that to the level that you would expect of guys like Rectagon. So they choose to remove that map. Virginia's second ban, you would think maybe Nomad 5, maybe Cronier or Zronier. I still don't know how to pronounce it. Nobody has told me. The Zronier would make more sense with it being an X, but the diff is Chronostasis, so it's like, kind of confusing. Anyway, that would be a potential ban if they're concerned about Massachusetts speed. Otherwise, I think if you're Virginia, I mean, there's not a lot else that you're going to say, this is something we are actually worried about. maybe something like a double time 2, but Virginia obviously very good at speed DT, so not the worst thing. And it's taken them a little bit of time here to decide on this one. I think Virginia as a team is just so well-rounded. It's going to be hidden 2. So that is saying we don't want Vector to do Vector things. Vector, of course, known as one of the best low approach rate players out there. Will Stetson, likewise, very good at reading-based and low AR-based maps. So Virginia, despite having a couple players who'd be able to play that in probably Tony and Kron +1, saying, nope, we don't want Vector to get his hands on this. We don't want Will Stetson to get his hands on this. So that's another just respect ban for the skills of those players on the Massachusetts side. No Nomad 2, Hidden 2, the bans thus from Virginia. Hard Rock 3 will be followed by Nomad 5 from Massachusetts. So for those who expect Nomad 5 to be the Massachusetts skill set, this one is just different enough that they are not going to want to play it. They're not going to want to give Virginia the chance to pick it with the kind of tech aspects to this Nomad 5 that we talked about that any of you who were here for the previous match may have seen. That one gets taken off the board. And it's going to be a first pick of Fremod 2 for Team Massachusetts. So it's going to be the Gentlemen 2004 breakup. This week's Circle Size 5 Approach Rate 8 Fremod map. So they're saying, you can try to ban out Vector. Okay, why is my client not working? You can try to ban out Vector, but guess what? We do still have Fremod 2 as an option. So that's almost assuredly going to be Vector Hidden, TJ Hardrock, and then possibly Will Nomad. I suspect there's a world in which we see Easy. I don't think it's going to be all that likely. And I guess you could see Will Stetson Easy. I don't know if it's worth on this map. I think this is much less of an easy favored Fremod 2 than ones we've seen in previous weeks. You know, that kind of linear, older grid snap style mapping that we saw on the last couple of Fremod 2 maps, really not present in this one. But you never know. I'm not going to take it off the table. Meanwhile, over on Virginia, Rectagon, BTMC, and a third, which I would assume is going to be Kron, because I would think this is going to be BTMC, Hard Rock, Kron, Hidden, Rectagon, Nomad, though I suppose you could flip the Hard Rock and Nomad there. I guess technically you could see Vector Easy, but I don't know that you would pick this for Vector and force him onto Easy when I think it's something that he's going to be more comfortable with on Hidden. Maybe he is that comfortable on Easy, though. I don't know. But if it's Easy, then you've got TJ Hardrock, Will Stetson Hidden basically by default. So we'll have to see. This is a very interesting situation for a Fremod pick such as this one. The variables are there. Vector Easy Hidden even. I mean, it's not beyond the realm of possibility. It is. Wow. Okay. Vector Easy Hidden. TJ Hardrock, Will Nomad. And then... Okay, Virginia. Rectagon, Hard Rock, BTMC Hidden, and Tony Nomad. Tell me y'all predicted that one, because I know I didn't. I mean, I guess BTMC has been training AR8 Hidden. He is, like, better at it than he was in the past. It's something that he, I think, kind of had to improve as he was trying to improve his overall tourney skill set within the past couple of years. But considering their roster, it's not something I expected. I mean, it was always going to be Rectagon Hard Rock, I guess, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Tony on Nomad and Will Stetson on Nomad as well, both finding the early breaks. This is going to be a very interesting scenario. Vector is really good at low AR Hidden, quite solid at Easy. I didn't expect an Easy Hidden, but here it is anyway. Because, of course, his score will be doubled. But it's going to need to be a very good score out of him TJ and Will both finding a couple of early breaks. Not going to help the start here for Massachusetts. Going to be a bit of a lead for Virginia. We'll see what they can do with it. Rectagon and BTMC holding the modded FCs for that side. That lead's going to grow by a lot. There is another break from Tony, but he did not have a lot of combo to begin with. So Vector has to hold this down for Massachusetts if they want to have any hope, and there needs to be another break from Virginia as well, and one of those remaining full combos. Tony and Vector trade breaks. Vector missing for Massachusetts is very bad. That makes this one almost untenable. The lead only 350k, but with Vector and TJ holding no combo at all, they need a lot of help from Virginia, which they start to get. BTMC and Tony do both find breaks. So that lead not going to be growing to the rate it would have. 240k, that's 480k. So it ends up being pretty close, but Virginia's still in the lead. Now it's in the spot where Rectagon needs to maintain his full combo because of the difficulties that both BTMC and Tony had. And there goes Rectagon. Okay, just wait a moment. We'll have to see. Will has to FC the rest. So does Vector, realistically. Massachusetts need to hold a lot of combo into this ending if they want to have a chance. The lead, I believe, is going to shift. Trying to do my math on the fly here. Not my strongest suit. It was always my weakest class in school. Just gonna have to wait and see what happens at the end, but if TJ and Vector can continue to hold on, this might be still doable. I think Massachusetts are gonna be able to do it. The easy hidden may just work out. It's one, yes it is. That is enough. Massachusetts are gonna take the point. 345k, double that, you definitely get enough score. And that is Massachusetts with the easy hidden gambit paying off. And Vector does it. A 1-0 lead for Massachusetts on their first pick. One miss, easy hidden. Thought it might have been damaging enough, but they all managed to hold it together through the rest of the map. And that is about a 700k score from Vector. 526 from Will, 558 from TJ. Really, the big difference maker there just ended up being Tony. Did not have a good run with Nomad. 334k. He's got to do better than that on that type of map, but it's just the first pick for Massachusetts, so not going to be the end of things here as of yet. And we get a quick Hard Rock 2 pick from Virginia. Kind of would expect that. Very solid precision gamers on that side. Okay, Will, you probably shouldn't give that away in chat. Not gonna lie, you probably shouldn't give that away in chat. So it appears that Massachusetts does not have tie-bye. That's kind of doomed. I don't really know if there's a world where they can win this match without tie-bye. I really, that is crushing. He is the highest skill cap player on the team, and it's wow. Dude, the infamous tie-bye attendance just the memes write themselves here, honestly. Now this is a map that like Virginia would have probably done really well in regardless of who Massachusetts has, but Will Stetson having to fill 6.5 on a semifinals pool is suboptimal to say the least. Chillier as well, find a couple early misses, so boy, learning that makes this match have a whole different sort of feel to it. because I don't know that there are enough maps in this pool for Massachusetts to pick without tie-by that they can still be competitive in this match. However, it's a full reset for Virginia. Okay, well, that opens things back up here a little bit. Let's see what TJ can do. Obviously, the best Hard Rock only player on Massachusetts, I would say. Really, really strong on that mod. Gonna try to bring them back in this pick. I guess there's a chance tie-by is here and Will is trolling, but I can't imagine that he would actually be in for this map if tie-by were here. Couple more breaks from Chillier and Will. TJ on the carry, though. Does still have the FC. 98.6 AC. Might just be enough to bring this score gap because she is matching some combo of Virginia. 99 AC on Rectagon, helping them keep a little bit of a lead, but it's only 30k. Right at halfway through. This is going to be very interesting. If TJ holds on to an FC, the lead might just go over to the side of Massachusetts, but it's going to be dependent on Chillier and Will being able to build up a little bit of combo to offset whatever Virginia might do. And it looks like that's not going to happen. Will finds break, but so does Rectagon, so it's a trade on that slow slider. Will TJ be able to carry this for Massachusetts? This is so huge if so. Obviously known for being a player with very wildly swaying mental status, so being able to put in an FC like this on her first map of the match would be huge. And the lead holding steady on the Massachusetts side by just about 40,000. Wixinator and BTMC both with some combo, but TJ's FC is doing enough for Massachusetts. The break point might just happen here. Rectagon having a rough time of things and barely reaching 400k. There's a break from Wixinator. Massachusetts looks like they're gonna do it. This is a massive break point. Anything that they can do. Oh, TJ does find a break. Does BTMC have enough score? I don't think so because Chillier's got a 460 combo. Song says there's nothing you can do. TJ's taking that as a challenge because she is doing everything, and a 900k score just about. And it makes for a break point for Massachusetts on the first pick from Virginia. Will Stetson Hard Rock 200k doesn't matter. TJ 99%, one slider break just shy of 900,000 points, saying I am going to put this team on my back. That makes things very interesting because that is an early bit of an advantage for Massachusetts. They're just trying to buy that time. Maybe they get a little bit of a lead and tie-by shows up, you know, like anything can happen. But for now, it's a 2-0 lead and a break point in their favor that I don't think anybody saw coming. So what Massachusetts, I mean, you pick into TJ, right? But the thing is, that's hard to do when the other team is so good at Hard Rock. Obviously, Free Mods 1 and 3 available, Hard Rock 1 available. We'll see what direction they want to go here. Or the other opportunity, of course, try to pick more into Vector. Only problem there is there's not a lot of Vector maps in any given pool when you're kind of pigeonholed into that low AR thing. So Massachusetts going to go consistency double time. Double time 1, Mlodakrev, is going to be their next pick. AR 10.3, maybe they feel this is not the skill set that is going to be favoring Virginia quite as much. Maybe tie-by just got here. Maybe this is the Sitho moment. He has not played much in this tournament so far, but this is why he's here. The late round, high star rating DT stuff. Player that is quite good in that skill set is very valuable to have. You know, I think Rectagon BTMC competent on this skill set, but not their strongest. So Massachusetts going to say, we have Sitho, we have an ace up our sleeve for this type of pick exactly. We're going to toss him at it and see what he can do. I suspect it's going to be Tony as the third for Virginia. But Whether or not that is enough to offset is a different matter. So we wait on the third for Virginia. Well, Virginia's going to be running out of time here soon if they can't get a third into the lobby. That's going to be failing coming in for BTMC, and Tony finally showing up for the lobby. And at the exact same time, Sitho goes out. Sitho? Sitho had to fix something. I don't really know what that means, so I guess we'll find out, but he's back in the lobby, so no big deal. Massachusetts at that 2-0 lead. And we will be able to go into map number 3. This would be huge if Massachusetts can win this and consolidate the break point for 3-0. You begin to wonder at that point, you know, did Virginia kind of overlook this match a little bit? But we'll have to see, because Massachusetts is going to have to do well on this map. Virginia are no slouches when it comes to double time. Especially at this BPM. Pretty high, something that not everyone is comfortable with, but I think both these teams should perform well. TJ the first to break, a little bit of a miss-aim on those back and forths. Virginia with the early lead. Accuracy staying on point for all three. Sitho and Tony are going to trade breaks. That is worse for Massachusetts. There goes Chili Repair. There's no combo and no FCs left on Massachusetts despite the break from failing. Rectagon holding on. And with that FC, Virginia's got some combo in the bank. Massachusetts can only hope at this point. They need breaks from Virginia. Not quite halfway through, so there is plenty of time. The score gap only 100,000 points, not the end of the world, but it will get to the point where it's the end of the world soon if they're not careful. No breaks on the next little bit of a diff spike. There's frequent aim sections. As we come to the next. No breaks from anyone. A lot of combo across the board, but that combo lead on the side of Virginia, accuracy lead ever so slightly maybe in favor of Massachusetts, but it's a near wash. Square jumps, Chili Repair is the one to break, Sitho follows up. That's really going to settle it here. Unfortunately for Massachusetts, this pick will not go their way. Virginia just too strong. Rectagon holding on to the FC, Tony and failing, almost 600 combo apiece. A little bit of a buzz slider. Finds failing in Sitho, but too little too late for Massachusetts. They really needed at least one FC and a big combo behind it, and they just do not, unfortunately, get it. Rectagon brings home the FC for Virginia, and they do get their first point onto the board. 2-1, still Massachusetts in the lead, but the break point comes back on over. So Virginia will now pick with the opportunity to tie it up. And by a 600k margin, they won that one. Unfortunately, not a competitive map from Massachusetts once they found those couple of breaks. TJ did end up with a solid score, 946k, only 140 combo shy, but 502k, 605k from Sitho and Chilier. Just not going to match up against 675 and 782, you know? So second pick to Virginia now. Plenty available to them in this pool. It's gonna be no out 4. I don't know that I expected this to be the pick. Not gonna lie. I feel like this is not a one-side favored map, really. But this is something that you can pick if you know that tie-bye isn't here, because that's a score that would have been really good for Massachusetts to have. I'm surprised nobody on that team like has his phone number or something to try and get in touch with him. Like, this is really kind of unfortunate. So, Rectagon, Wix, and Tony for Virginia. Will Stetson, Vector, Chillier for Massachusetts. You just feel like everything has to be an overperformance from Massachusetts in this match. With the absence of tie-bye, it's going to be felt. This is that sort of consistency thing that you expect. Rectagon will probably be really good on. Wixner will probably be really good on. Tony, known for being a very solid tech player. Will Vector, Chillier, no slouches at this skill set by any means, but I think the consistency just a little bit lower on that side of the board. So we will go on our way. At number 4, the second pick for Virginia as they look to tie things up 2 apiece. Massachusetts going to try to find that break point once again. We'd have 3 straight break points in a row if they did, but I don't know that I find it all that likely. Everybody cleanly into the first verse. I was saying before, you know, you have to have practiced this. You have to have played it to know what it's going to throw at you. Between the changing slider velocities, the aim, couple of spaced stream patterns, there's a lot to unpack here. And Will Stetson will be the first to break relatively early on, but it's going to be a 400 combo advantage for Virginia, or at least just shy of that. Rectagon the next to break, though, followed by Chillier pair, followed by Tony. And we are now down to 1 FC per team, Vector and Wixnator. Bit of a combo lead for Massachusetts. Will Stetson at 230 versus Rectagon at 150. Just about 100, almost exactly 100 combo in the lead. So Vector against Wixnator, the 2 FCs left. Which one of them can hold on longest? It's going to be a big factor going forward as those scores start to build up more and more. Into the next Ki, Vector does find a break, so does Will, so does Tony. But now Wixnator, the lone FC, will be able to run with a bit of a score lead for Team Virginia. Chillier is going to do everything he can, but he's a bit of combo behind Rectagon, let alone Wixnator. They're going to have this break. They have leaderboards on. They'll see that score, 33,000 points. Actually, I think the leaderboard hiding element got, like, disabled basically by a new update, so they'll see it no matter what. It's not a huge lead for Virginia. If Wixnator or Rectagon find breaks soon, still a comeback in the offing for Massachusetts, but Will Stetson finding another break does not help things out. A little bit of free combo to build up before we head into the last third of the map. Just over 100k lead for Virginia. Little strange geometric stream. It's going to catch Will Stetson. You can always tell who's the kind of fill player. And Vector follows it up with a fast slider that he breaks on, and Virginia will basically have this map sewn up. Still the last quarter to come. There's a surprising amount of combo left in the map, but this lead of 200,000 points is only going to continue to grow. Wixinator still holding the full combo, and Rectigon just shy of 1K. And this is going to tie it up. We're going to go to 2-2 after this, Matt. Wixinator does finally find a break. I think the biggest combo we've seen on this map. It's just shy. Rectigon hits those giant sliders at the end for good measure. So does Chili Repair, and Vector. Chili coming in with a very good combo in the ending here. Matching Rectigon score for score, but it's really just going to be that big difference with Wixinator putting up another 700k, whereas Will and Vector not quite getting the scores that they would have needed to be competitive on that one. And a 300,000 point victory is there for Virginia to tie the match up. Things get a little tricky now. There's that cushion that Massachusetts had. 2-0 breakpoint advantage evaporates just like that. And it's time for Chunk. Y'all, we love a little chunking. We do a little chunking on a daily basis. Everybody's favorite hidden slider aim map. I actually like this pick from Massachusetts. I mean, Virginia, like, solid at hidden, but not their best skill set. And Massachusetts with Will, Vector, Chili like have a pretty good hidden roster. You know, that kind of tech slider aim element to it makes a very difficult map. But I think this is definitely one where Massachusetts will be competitive. The final outcome yet to be determined, obviously, but this is the sort of thing where it can really go either way. So, Rectigon, BTMC, Kron, the lineup for Virginia. Will, Vector, Chillier, as mentioned, that squad for Massachusetts on this pick. I feel like, you know, hidden not really the strength for Rectigon and BTMC, like not known for being hidden players, whereas Vector and Will are. Problem is the mechanical difficulty of this map is pretty high, so even known for being a hidden player, it may still be tricky for several people. This is where you bring Kron in if you're Virginia, that very solid hidden player. That's basically why he's on the roster. Couple breaks early for Will. He's gonna have to settle into this one quickly. Just a small lead so far for Virginia, but they are still in the Triple FC. Get a fair amount of solid combo out of a lot of people. There's a break from Kron. It's matched by Will and followed up by Chillier. So Vector, the only FC left for Massachusetts. Meanwhile, Rectigon BTMC still holding on. Accuracy suffering a little bit for both of them, but the FC and combo is there. Vector trying to keep Massachusetts in this one. His accuracy is helping out, but he needs a little bit of help. It's going to need to be a break from Rectagon or BTMC, and Chillier and Will are going to need to stabilize those combos. For now, it's going to stay pretty close, though. Just about 40, 50,000 points. Will, you cannot miss there, man. You're not allowed to miss in the quiet part of this map. That's unfortunate. Help the lead grow out a little bit more for Virginia. Just shy of halfway. What happens as we get back into things. It's Vector finding the next break. That is brutal for Massachusetts as Rectagon and BTMC continue to hold. And there goes Chillier's back in combo as well, which became the leading combo and then went by the wayside as well. And that lead instantly 200,000 points, and it's only going to continue to climb. Virginia saying, we don't care if you don't think we're known for playing hidden because we can still do just fine on it. Not seen very many FCs on this map. Still got a bit of a work to do before those can come home. This pattern's in the last quarter, pretty difficult, but for now, Virginia doing just fine. Building up almost 500k lead, which is basically gonna do it for this map. Rectagon does finally find a break. Kron, though, 680 back in combo, doing better than either of the combos from Massachusetts that were still intact, and there go all of those. And this is going to be 3 points on the trot for Virginia. They're going to take a 3-2 lead. Is BTMC going to FC this? No, he is not. The instant I say it, that's unfortunate timing for that break, but still very good score from him, 750k plus. Nobody on Massachusetts as of yet over 500. Finally, Vector does cross that mark, but this was really never in doubt, unfortunately. Virginia just too strong. And they take the point. And that's 3 in a row for a 3-2 lead. Breakpoint now going in their favor. Virginia has slowly but surely climbed into the driver's seat in this match. And they are going to go into the double time pool themselves, dipping their toes into the deep end. It's going to be the speedy DT pick, Skyclad no Kansokusha remix. Lower BPM than Double Time 1, but higher speed requirement. It's only 13 BPM lower, and it's much more focused on the tapping aspect. Going for that 4-2 lead. We get Sitho back in for Massachusetts alongside Chillier. And it looks like TJ, who did top score DT1 for them as the third. Rectagon, Tony, and Ed seem to be set as the trio over on the Virginia side. And we are set to go. Massachusetts really, I think, need a break point here, not only to avoid falling 4-2 down, but just because the momentum has swung so far into the favor of Virginia. It is a tough spot to be in, losing 3 points in a row after being up 2-0. And it's just going to get worse if the opponents manage to get a consolidated break point out of the deal as well. A couple of very tricky, relatively lengthy streams that go away in this one. So we'll see who can hold on. TJ and Sitho both breaking in the intro. So did Ed. There goes Sitho again. Well, it's all on Chillier's back now. Your DT specialist has broken twice in the intro of the DT map. It's not a great scene for Massachusetts. Tony does find a break, so Rectagon the only FC left on Virginia, but just not any way for Massachusetts to compete with the combo, backing up Rectagon, and there goes Chillier. And this is going to be a big lead for Virginia, 300,000 points, and then Massachusetts just not having a great time on this, unfortunately. But so far, so good for Rectagon and VTMC, holding on to an FC and a very near FC, respectively. And we'll come into the late portions of this map with Virginia holding an 800,000 point lead. Will this be our first million-point victory of the match for either team? It looks like that may be happening. Rectagon does find a late break, so no double FC will be forthcoming. VTMC, though, 99 AC. FC, wow, just drops below 99 in those sliders at the end, but a very good play from him. And the 1.1 million point win for Virginia puts them on top 4 points to 2. Just 2 maps away from the finish line now. Really nothing that Massachusetts could do on that one, unfortunately. The score is just vastly in Virginia's favor, basically across the board. And it will be the pick next for Massachusetts. But it's getting more and more difficult as this goes more and more in favor of Virginia. Throw caution to the wind here with what could be your last pick in the winner's bracket, I guess. Go DT3 and just hope for the best. Maybe Fremont 3? Yep, it's gonna be Fremont 3. Pili is the pick for Massachusetts. 4-2 down. Going into the Fremont pool. Massachusetts did get that first point on Fremont 2. See if they can run that back. Have not revisited the Fremont pool since that first pick of the match, so we'll see if he can return to the well. Hopefully it has not dried up. Looks like Chillier, Will, and TJ for this one. No low AR, obviously. This one a normal approach rate map, so no vector in this time. But you do have probably Will hidden, TJ, Hard Rock, Chillier, Nomad, and on the other side, maybe they go the same thing again, Rectagon, Hard Rock, VTMC hidden, and Tony Nomad. But we'll find out here in a sec as we get into it. Massachusetts in danger. In a lot of danger here. If they drop this point, Virginia gets 5-2 lead and several match points. So, and now for my next number, I'd like to really gotta get a good performance out of all three on the side of Mass. Virginia just trying to keep doing what they've been doing. They've just been stronger across the board on these last 4 points that they've won. A little bit of a different map, kind of that alt aim Some slightly awkward patterning. Those linear patterns have tripped people up in the past. Of course, the increasing speed of this one, BPM increases over the course of the map, turns it largely into a matter of who can get toward that ending with their FC, or at least a big combo still intact. Because you don't see a lot of players FCing the last few seconds of this pick. It's quite tricky at that portion. Still the 6 FCs for now. And into the first chorus, just about a third in. Still have 2 SSs on the side of Massachusetts with Chillier and Will. None over on the Virginia side, so Massachusetts does have a little bit of lead based on accuracy. But with all the FCs still being intact, any one miss will immediately swing things. But for now, 63,000 points just on accuracy alone. Oh, excuse me, I missed a BTMC break. Thank you, blindness, apparently. TJ finds a miss, so does Chillier, so does Tony. That's interesting. There goes Rectagon as well. Will Stetson, the solo carry here for Massachusetts. Let's see how long he can hold on to the full combo with Hidden. And the answer is not that long as he finds his own break, but it was enough for Massachusetts to take about 100k lead. Combo fairly similar between the teams. BTMC the biggest at 330 though. It's going to slowly pull back on that lead for Massachusetts, but TJ with 250 not that far behind. There goes Chillier. This misses start to become dangerous here as we come into the last third of the map. Note density pretty high. Ability to break just about anywhere. And lead back down to just 50,000 points. Virginia's going to take this over if they hold on just a bit longer. Break from TJ, but it matches a break from Rectagon. Will Stetson, all that Massachusetts has left defending them from the inevitable here as Tony and BTMC bring in a lot of combo to the last quarter of the map. There goes the score. Will breaks Chillier as well. And I don't really see much coming back from this one now. BTMC does find a break, but Tony holds. And the lead instantly is 50,000 points the other direction. Virginia in the lead now for the first time all map. And that is the time you want to be in the lead. They're not looking to relinquish it anytime soon. Tony does find a miss, but Rectagon has a 250 combo. It's enough to match Chillier and TJ. And just like that, Virginia are gonna take a 5-2 lead after this one. With a very strong performance from all 3 members. They're gonna be all right around 500k. Those scores are gonna be so similar, actually. Well done to Virginia as they take a 150,000 point victory on that map. Another break point, and with it, a 5-2 lead. Match points to them. 500k, 512k, 479k. Yeah, that's some consistency for that team. And immediate double time 3 pick comes out from Rectagon for Virginia. That'll be the map they try to pick to close out the match. Can't click the right thing. Resurrected Replayer. The Dada DT pick. 210 BPM, just shy of 3 minutes. Gonna be quite tricky on finger control, a little bit of speed. But Virginia on top 5-2. They've looked good on the DTs. TJ doesn't look too pleased to be in for this. Fortunately, that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. Play maps that you're maybe not 100% comfortable on when a key member of your team no-shows their match. So will this be it? Will this be the map that sends Massachusetts down to the loser's bracket and Virginia onward to the winner's final? Or can the Massachusetts boys get another break point? Have not won a pick in quite some time. It's 5 on the trot for Virginia. Looking to make it 6, looking to make it another appearance in the winner's final. We are going to find out starting right now. Very easy to break a lot of places in this. The finger control, not the simplest by any means. A couple little buzz sliders that you can find misses on as well. It's going to be the first break coming from TJ over on the Massachusetts side. And give the lead to Virginia. Let's see what they can do with it here. Only 200 combo in. Lots of time left still. That lead is going to grow. The first break coming from Rectagon, followed by BTMC as well. Still finding a miss for Massachusetts, but Chillier and TJ with some combo. They're going to grab the lead. How long can it last? How long can Chillier and TJ hold on to their combo? So far, doing pretty well for themselves. TJ finds a miss. I don't know if she either missed the last note of that stream or over-tapped a note lock the next note after. That's a rough one. BTMC missing in the exact same spot, though. What can Chillier do? 700 combo still alive for him. Matching Rectagon and Tony. And it's an 80,000 point lead for Massachusetts. Still a third of the map to go. All eyes on Chillier. As he is what is keeping Massachusetts alive in this map and in the lead by about 100,000 points. As long as he holds on, Massachusetts is in a fine spot, and we're coming to the part of the point in the map where that lead is going to be enough. But he does find a break, I believe, unless that was Bancho. That may have been a Bancho miss. I'm going to have to see. It's misses across the board. It's a full combo reset for everybody in the lobby, and now Virginia's going to have no shot at a comeback in this one. Massachusetts got the break they needed. Chillier holding on as long as he did, and Virginia not having any combo here at the end. It will be a third point for Massachusetts. They're going to look to claw this one back. Everything that they've got in them. Fiery Rage did previously. And yes, he will. Vector the carry, a 1,000,000-point win for Massachusetts. You counted them out, thought they were done and dusted, and they get 2 points back to back. 5-4 now. Virginia have only their last pick remaining to try and close out this match. Will we see a tiebreaker? It'd be our first of the weekend. Only our third overall. And all without tie-bye. But it's a quick Fremont 1 pick here from Virginia. Talked about how strong some of these teams are in Fremont. Virginia, very, very good at the Fremont picks. And this one, a very straightforward Fremont pick. Pikachu, I choose you. 6.71 stars Nomad Hidden, 7.18 stars Hard Rock. 4 minutes long. And it's just basically aim consistency. Pretty much all there is to this one. And it has been something that both these teams have been pretty solid on. Virginia just a little bit lacking in some of the consistency when they've needed it, trying to close this match out. Is that the opportunity that Massachusetts is going to be able to take to force a TB? We see the GLHFs. We get Wixnator in this time for Virginia in place of Tony. Wait, that match is already over. I was like, why is Yaz here? It's because Bowman already beat Arnold. Holy cow. Okay. Well, double Hard Rock. Overmod for Virginia. Wixnator and Rectagon, both Hard Rock. BTMC the Hidden. TJ Hard Rock. Vector Hidden with Chili Repair Nomad for Massachusetts. Early break from Wixnator right at the beginning. Not the end of the world. I always put a little question mark on these overmods because you just don't know how it's going to go. I think this is more of a Hidden favored map just because it's, you know, very straightforward aim. Hidden doesn't add a lot to the difficulty on this pick. Whereas Hard Rock, I mean, the aim just becomes more difficult. That's Hard Rock for you. So we'll see if it pans out for Virginia. It's the early break for Vector, but so early into the map. BTMC is going to break on Hidden for Virginia. They're down to just one FC against Chillier and TJ, both holding theirs. We know how good TJ is at Hard Rock consistency, but likewise, Rectagon's super strong in this skill set. Massachusetts going to hold on to a slim lead for now, but this is such a long map. 4 minutes is just a consistency test, the likes of which you typically don't see outside of tiebreakers. Very much like Stormin' Lover, this one, if anybody's familiar with that pick. Just consistency, Fremont 1. Decently high BPM aim. And it's going to be a break from Wixnator. That's going to start to matter. The early one didn't make a big difference, but if Massachusetts can hold on all three players, we're going to get to that point where we're reaching nearly halfway through. Breaks start to cost a lot of score and cost a lot of potential combo. Massachusetts with about a 70-80K lead. This is an interesting pick here from Virginia because this is something that Massachusetts is going to be good at. You know Chillier is extremely good at Nomad consistency. You know TJ is extremely good at Hard Rock consistency. Wixnator struggling. It is all on the shoulders of Rectagon and BTMC, but for now, Massachusetts in a decent spot. 140K lead is theirs at the halfway mark. Massachusetts consistency just showing off, coming through in spades here. It's the point where you almost don't want to talk about it just because they're looking so good. TJ looking to come through in the clutch. Popped off on Hard Rock 2 to get that break point at the beginning of the match. So far, doing the exact same on Fremont 1. Vector finds a break. Oh no! TJ finds a break to follow it up. That is not good for Massachusetts because there is still an FC on Rectagon, and BTMC has a big combo, but there goes Rectagon as well. That's going to be the ability to hold on. There goes BTMC. It's only Wixinator with a combo. Chillier pair, what can you do for your team? The Nomad FC, the only full combo left on the map, and he is known for this. The Nomad consistency so strong. 99.75 act full combo still intact, and Wixinator breaks. That might just do it. Massachusetts may have done enough. There is not a lot of time left. We are already coming into the last section of the map. Massachusetts, in a shocking come from behind, are going to force the tiebreaker here on the back of Chillier pair with a Nomad at least 1340 combo here on Free Mod 1. The consistency pick, Virginia opting into this as their last option. Massachusetts saying, hang on a second, we're good at that skill set too, you guys. And this is just going to come up short of an FC from Chillier, but 900k score surely out of him, or at least just shy of that. And that means Massachusetts... It's a K! Oh my... well, we missed the ending of the map. Bro, come on. Ah! Oh my God. Jesus Christ, dude. Well, it's a tiebreaker anyway. Manually add a point to Massachusetts. Jesus. So Massachusetts, the ridiculous comeback, 5-2 down, 3 points in a row. After looking nearly out of it, dropping 5 points straight for Virginia to take that lead. And they managed to pull it off, and we're going to go into a very difficult tiebreaker. This is aim, it is awkward rhythm, it is streams, it is stamina. And if anybody was around for Rock Band 2, it's also a very fun song to play in that game. You know, anybody who watched the map pool showcase will know what this map is like. They saw the Poon on his sight read combo into the last solo and have a really rough time on the accuracy, but able to combo, and that's what we're gonna need to see out of the players. And we've got Will Stetson coming in. Okay. I don't know how I feel about Will Stetson tiebreaker on a map like this. I'm pretty sure this is favored to Virginia to begin with. I don't know who else you would put in. I mean, that's like, Will's all you've got. This would be super, super competitive if Taibai were here. And I feel like even Sitho might have been better on this. I don't know. TJ and Chillier will be fine. Rectagon BTMC will be fine. Tony will probably be fine, but Will Stetson is such a huge question mark on this pick that, like, can we connect, please? I'm not going to say it insta loses them the map, but it's not a great look, unfortunately. And I say this as somebody who loves Will. I mean, no hate for the guy, but this is not his type of map. Also, he's running Hidden, which if he's I hope he's played this, because I would not want to sight read this map with Hidden. But you've got Chillier Pair, who just gamed on Free Mod 1. You've got TJ, who's really solid despite the accuracy. You don't act the intro. You don't act this map. Like, nobody's going to get good act on this. It's not even a concern. Like, just don't think about accuracy. Do not look at it. Do not see it. It does not exist. It is all about the combo on this and keeping sense of the rhythm so that you can play the streams properly. There's the break from Chillier. There's Tony on the FC still for Virginia. Rectagon BTMC both at 350 or so combo. This is the sort of map that is kind of scary for a lot of people. Boy. There's the break from BTMC. Massachusetts retains some life. There goes Will and Chillier, though, on that stream. The spacing on that as it goes back over itself is very difficult to hang on to. TJ, the only combo for Massachusetts. Meanwhile, Tony and Rectagon still hanging on for Virginia just fine. You're going to start to see Will having some trouble, I think. 89% accuracy. Not able to build up much combo. Got to hope for the best for him, but Tony and Rectagon right now doing work for Virginia, taking the lead. What can they do with it on that side of Virginia? 50,000 point lead already. On a map this long, that's more meaningful than you might imagine. Some very tricky to aim streams, some very difficult to play rhythms. Will Stetson having a lot of trouble, drop some more accuracy. Chillier and TJ both do hold on. Going to the guitar solo. But Tony and Rectagon holding on to some very big combos for a just shy of 100,000 point lead on the side of Virginia. Rectagon finds a break. The door is ever so slightly back ajar. If Tony misses as well, while Chillier and TJ can hold on, things could get very interesting here. Tony has looked very solid, though, despite the act. As I said, you don't expect good act. You just want him to keep the combo, and that's what he's doing. All eyes down there. Will Stetson struggling. As we expected, there goes Tony. The combo is gone. It is now down to BTMC with a 770 combo. Meanwhile, TJ at 1200 and Chillier matching BTMC ever so slightly behind it, but TJ finds a break, and there goes Will and everyone. Oh my goodness. Chillier holds on BTMC as well as Rectagon. Those were 3 chain misses. It's not out of reach yet. If BTMC finds a break and Chillier holds on, you never know. But Chillier breaks, so does... Oh, man. If he could have just held for Chillier, because BTMC broke there too, he would have had the combo lead. And now it is Rectagon with just shy of 500 combo on the side of Virginia. And that is going to keep the lead intact by 150k. Going out of the solo. And he does finally find a break, but it's a full break. All 6 players reset on the stream at the end of the solo. And with that, with only a third of the map left to go, no combo for Massachusetts. They are put in a very rough spot. They're going to have to hope and pray. But those scorers from Virginia wait. It's a full combo reset for Virginia. Massachusetts might be able to eat away at that lead just a little bit here. Chillier and Will on about 250 to 270 combo apiece. There goes Will, though. They needed him to hold on. Even with him holding on, this score gap is not going anywhere all that fast, but there goes Chillier as well, and that might have been the last hope that Massachusetts had gone by the wayside. Tony at 360 combo, Ed at 320, and a 180k lead. I think Virginia can breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief. They are going to escape this match. And it's going to have such a big question mark. What could have been for Massachusetts? Maybe Chillier holds on to a little more combo. Maybe TJ holds on to a little more combo, or they have a better third player for this map. This could have gone so differently. But Virginia, at the point of having done what they needed to It's going to be a 340K coming into the ending from Rectagon. 340 from Tony as well. Chillier and TJ just a bit behind. And that's going to be it. Come into the big spinner at the end after this last stream. And Chillier hits it. So does Rectagon. You can't stop the painkiller. But if you're Virginia, you can stop Massachusetts. They are going to be the victors. It's going to be a 6-5 final score. Just shy of 300K on the tiebreaker. GG, well played. Virginia, go onward. They will be the first team into the winner's bracket final. Congratulations to them. Well done. Massachusetts, they live by the sword, they die by the sword. Because who knows? Bye-bye was here. Maybe things look a little different. But it's just not meant to be. And Virginia do it. Into the winner's final. Congratulations to them. What a match, though. Massachusetts did everything they could to bring this one back. And in the end, just came up ever so slightly short. Number 1 seed Virginia, though, holding true to that seed, getting into the winners' finals out of the top half of the bracket. They will await the winner of our match to follow. About 40 minutes time, it's going to be Florida versus South California. Virginia will be waiting to find out who their opponent in that finals match next week will be. So congratulations to them. Thank you all for watching. And we will see you guys in about 40 minutes for the next set of matches. It's going to be Florida SoCal, followed up by Ohio versus New York. It's going to determine those next couple. It's going to determine who goes on to the winner's bracket final, who drops down to loser's bracket. So make sure you're following the stream. You know when we go back live, make sure you're in the Discord so you get that announcement for the live stream. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching this couple of intense matches. We will see you guys on the other side of the break at 6 p.m. Eastern for Florida versus SoCal, our second winners bracket semifinal.